Daikin Park in Houston. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. About to get started here, and on the mound now, Framber Valdez. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Packed house here at Daikin Park. Next one is off the plate, and the count is even 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Alvarez makes the grab, and there's one down. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 away now. Juan Soto now. Next offering is fouled back. And that one's a little bit low. Ball 2.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Alvarez makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here in Houston, and on the mound today, Kodai Senga.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And downstairs. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next pitch downstairs, and it's a full count. Battling here as he fouls it away. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Late swing, fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Inside, just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to McNeil. Over to Alonso. Double play. Here's Jordan Alvarez.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
2 outs, base is empty. Cut on and missed, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. New inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. McCormick makes the catch, and there's one gone. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Throws it away.
Ball. 2-1.
The 2-1. Lindor on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Daikin Park singing. These fans are used to watching good baseball. The Astros won the AL West last season for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, they kept the division run alive, but their streak of 7 straight appearances in the ALCS was snapped.
88 wins last year was enough for another Astros division title, though.
Yeah, that surprised me, Boog. Turns out the AL West was the only division with a champion that won less than 90 games.
That's not a high number, especially with teams like the Rangers and Mariners in the same division. My guess is it takes more than 88 wins to take home the division crown this year. Toss to Alonso. 2 up, 2 down. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. No score here in the second. Next offering is down low. Right side, McNeil whips it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here at Daikin Park, on to the 3rd inning. Here's Brandon Nimmo. The next pitch misses. 2-1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
On the ground, Altuve to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. And strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next one in the dirt. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
A swing and a soft liner. And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
Runners at first and second with one gone here on opening day. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
That's outside. And the count is 2-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. Jeff McNeil stands in.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything.
The 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Base hit left field. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Not a bad slider by any means. It was down and away, but an even better job to...
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. The run comes in from second, and it's a 2-run single. It's 2-0.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are on a line. Base hit. McNeil headed home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 3-0.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Francisco Lindor. And that is out of play. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Curve in the dirt.
2-2.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Gotta love the resiliency shown in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And here it comes. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
3-2. Swing and a miss. And that is that. Bottom of the inning, and now the DH, John Singleton.
Designated hitter, John Singleton.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Right through there, got him. That K is his third of the game. Jeremy Pena. One down, base is empty. Outside. That misses.
No, that missed.
And now 3-2.
Full count.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. McNeil gets it to first. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Two outs, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Chas McCormick. And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
He's one of those Dave McCarty. This one high and deep, way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. As we go to the top of the fourth, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Alvarez.
Ball. 3-1.
Fouled off left side. 1 out, base is empty. Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it. And now it's Jose Siri. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. It has the distance, gone. He shoots one out to right. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0. Pitching change here, Lance McCullers Jr. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 43.
So the batting order turns over. Starling Marte up to hit. This to third, Paredes. Marte retired. 2 down, bases empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Jeff McNeil. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Top half of inning number 4. And that one a little below the knees. 2-2. And delivers outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Paredes makes the play, and that'll do it. Back here in Houston, Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
3-1.
That one is upstairs. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
Well, we know this, down 1 or down 10, Jose Altuve is not going to give away an at bat.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. So digging in, Mauricio Dubon. 2-1 now. That one fouled off. The Astros still looking for their first hit in this one. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
That one missed.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Lifted in the air, right field. Soto going after it, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Altuve runs, and ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Up and in, 2-2.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. To third, they take the force out, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's Juan Soto.
Right fielder, Juan Soto.
Just missed.
That's a ball.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now it's Mark Vientos. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missing inside. That's a little bit low. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. Francisco Lindor to the plate now. Fans love him, but he's pretty popular with the players, too.
He certainly is, Boog. A player survey on MLB.com listed him as one of the friendliest infielders to chat with during a game. I'm sure he appreciates the recognition from his peers.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Pete Alonso.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
The 2-1. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And they stop him at third, so base is loaded with 1 away.
Now batting, left
At
fielder,
the plate, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Soto scores, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Picks himself up an RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez. The 1-1 is fouled off. To third might be 2. Over to Altuve. On to first, but it pulls him off the bag. So up next, Jose Siri. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. That's to third, Paredes. They get the force. They limit the damage here. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Way high with that one. And that's ball 2. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all. And everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
What was your worst start one year? Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one back there, up against the wall, and brings it in. 2 outs, base is empty. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Here's a 1-1. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
Next offering is in for a strike. The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here on opening day.
2-2.
In the dirt. And that's outside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Dives. What a play. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the Mets DH, Starling Marte. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Slings to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now batting.
So up next for New York, Jeff McNeil. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. There's the strike at the knees. 2-2 now. In the air, left field, Alvarez on the move, hauls it in, 2 away. 2 down, base is empty, and now it's Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
And a 2-1 on the way. He swings and fouls one off. Got him. It is a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Griffin Cannon.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Swings and misses, and 1 out now. Now here is Mauricio Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon.
1-1 now. And a big swing and a miss.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
That one not close. Full count now. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Back here in Houston, here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Pitch misses there, and now it's 3-2. Other thing in this park, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. Rocketed out towards right center. McCormick brings it in with a nice running grab.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
One down, base is empty. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
High fly ball out to left field. Alvarez in position. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets.
In this situation with first base open, he shouldn't give him anything to hit. There's a right-hander on deck.
Next offering is downstairs. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Dubon sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that is that. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Next one misses, and a count 2-1.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2.
Ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Hit in the air left field. Nimmo sizes this one up, and there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
In the air, right field. Soto gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Now here is Isaac Paredes. The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Pitch in the dirt. It's 2-2.
2 and 2.
Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Back here at Dyken Park, ready to begin the 8th. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Slider misses outside. Swing and a foul out of play. Outside, and it's 3-2. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And next for the Mets, Jose Siri. And that is in for a strike. 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now that the designated
here's Starling Marte. And misses inside. Fly ball down the line. And that drops foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back here in Houston, onto the bottom of the 8th. Now here's the Astros designated hitter, John Singleton. And there's a foul ball. And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros.
The shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
The shortstop
2-1.
takes the ball. Base is empty, one away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
2-2.
Fastball is outside.
Full count.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball but missed the spot. My partner, known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness!
In your career,
I can't even believe. I win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even seriously. I don't believe that.
Yeah, that skips in the dirt. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Vientos settles underneath it, and there's 2 away. And next to hit for Houston, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
2 outs. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one hammered but pulled foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bennett Sousa.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Popped up. Pena on the run towards the line. Can't get there. It gets down.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Into center, and it falls. And now 2 aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it and hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though.
Next to hit, Mark Vientos.
1-2.
First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the 9th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that one is inside. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That's towards center. Dubon on his way over. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Two on, 2 outs. Hit hard on the ground to short. They take the force out, and that is that. bottom of the ninth. Here's the left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah. 1-2.
Hammered on a line into left, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Christian.
And now it's Christian Walker. Late on that fastball.
Well, the leadoff man gets
1-2,
on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. That misses.
Oh.
And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And now the catcher comes up to him. Yainer Diaz. The 1-1. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So they're down to their final out. Down to third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Alvarez off of first with 2 away. That's too low, and it's 2-1. On the ground to first, and foul ball.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long